Good morning, pregame crew. It is Friday, October 22nd, 2021. How are y'all doing? Good morning. Audio visual check, please. Hey, Tammy, Sam, Topher, Roger, Emad, Armin, John, Night Truck. Good morning. It's giveaway day. We will be giving away an annual subscription to Trader Pro Alerts. I think this is going to be what everyone's looking at today. DWAC. I can go ahead and clear this fib off. It's already gone through that. Please be careful. This will end in a trail of tears. It will. For probably, I can't even guess. That would be wrong for me to even guess, but it will happen to the majority of traders trading this today. It will result in losses. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be you. Hi, Steve, Steven, George, Swede, Philip, Sean. Hey, Philip, haven't seen you. Hey, Media, Marcello, Dominic, Jorge, Media, Roger, Ralphio, OC. Thank you. Thank you for the AV check. Yeah, that's DWAC. It is skyrocketing. So, for my early birds, here's a little joke. Oh, hey, Alnick. Hey, Lou. Lisa, how are you? So this is what the game they're playing right now. This is the DWAC Bulls and Bears right here. Well, actually, these are the Bulls skipping around. Woohoo! We're running. Yeehaw! We're running. And at the end of the game, don't be the girl with the pigtails. Don't let that be you with no chair. Hey, Barry. Hey, Jason, Armando, your greatest fan. Hey, Chuck. Thanks, Chuck. Hey, Lori. So the market is making new all-time highs. We have the Dow making new all-time highs. RTY testing another big resistance, which I think IWM is the story of the market. Because if people are investing in small cap and mid caps, that is a risk on environment. And this bull break is huge. Doesn't she look sad because she didn't have a chair? Yeah, don't let that be you. And another thing I wanted to share with y'all is NASDAQtrader.com. It has the halts listed. So I know I got tweeted yesterday. Someone said, hey, my broker skipped my order and I lost 6 months rent. Don't let that be you. It's halts. You have to know that. I don't want to say the intricacies of the market. You don't need to know every single detail in order to trade, but this is something really important that you need to know, is know where to find the halt information, know when a halt is incoming. When you have as much volatility as you have in names like DWAC, DWAC, when you have that much volatility, you're going to have halts. And during those halts, your stops will be totally ignored. If it opens higher and you're in a short, it's not going to fill your order. So please know what halts are. And here are the reason codes. See, this is T1, T2, T3 on OCUL. They had news about a study that did not meet primary endpoints. So this is a different reason than our normal reason. So you go look, T1, news pending, news release. So that's the reason. And then you have the volatility halts, which are down usually at the bottom. Where's the volatility? Here it is, LUDP, volatility trading pause. That's what you'll see a lot on these halts. So know where to find the NASDAQ halt information, why it's getting halted. It'll give you the time, and typically you can add 10 minutes back to that in order to get when it will resume. So you see this was a 5-minute halt. Lately, the volatility halts have been 10 minutes. They used to be 5 minutes and then would escalate from there. But again, these are just details you really need to know. If you don't follow me on Twitter, why not? Here's my Twitter handle. We will be giving away Trader Pro Alert annual subscription and then 3 monthly subscriptions to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. So you're getting a participation trophy today. Just kidding. The top 4 fastest 4 answers. We will be asking a technical question. And then I'll need you to email Trader Pro Alerts, and we will put that email address, drop it in the chat right now or later when I do the giveaway. We'll put the email there. You'll email us and say, hey, I was the winner. We'll verify it's you. And we will have fun this morning. 2 more minutes for the official start, but I'll answer a question. Let's see. QQQ. Gapping down. NASDAQ is red. So look at NASDAQ is red. So the market is green, but remember we had that Snapchat earnings yesterday after hours, and it brought down a lot of tech names. Names like Facebook, who did not have earnings yesterday at all, got really beat up. How big of a pullback was that? A 9% drop on just a correlation information. Google with a 4% drop. So they're all dropping based on Snap's very, very bad earnings. They're down 20% this morning. So that's why tech is heavy this morning. Let's see how they can shake that off. Snap, in my opinion, is one company. I think that these laggard or correlation trades, I should say, hitting Facebook, hitting Google, hitting Roku, I think that was a little premature. I bought the dip on Facebook after hours yesterday. Hey, Judd. Hey, Cinderella, Brian, Gerard. Let's talk about BABA and then we'll start talking about the market. Oh, that's a tight range. That's a very tight range. Here. So you have a squeeze here. We have a squeeze. We're holding this 50 RSI. This actually looks strong, and I never say that and BABA in the same sentence. Y'all know I like to short BABA. Daily inside bar. So we could see with those tightening ranges on the shorter term time frames that it was possibly an inside bar, and that's what we have. So I like it to the long side, but I wouldn't trade it. Especially with tech being heavy today, I would not trade it. All right, ES. Good morning. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You have found yourself at the pregame show. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. We have a thriving chat room with 1,000 of my closest friends, and we have channels like crypto alts, marijuana, uranium, commodities, whatever your heart's desire in trading. We probably have a channel for it. We post setups, news, educational videos every day. So why don't you join us over there at the community? We also have a service, Trader Pro Alerts, and we have the swing report. So this week, today's giveaway is Trader Pro Alerts. Trader Pro Alerts, they give out alerts. Here are the types of alerts. Y'all, I need more coffee. Abnormal volume, back burner, golden death cross, EMA cross. These are the types of alerts that we give out. Then you select which coin you want alerts on, and they come through to your desktop or to your phone. And they're pretty awesome, and I'll show you how I use them in just a second. Let's go back to ES. If you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now. Here at the pregame show, we go over the indices, crypto, commodities, and movers and shakers of the day. So the mover and shaker of the day, DWAC, we will be getting to because it's kind of whack-a-doodle, and don't let it be you. Don't be this girl in musical chairs. You're the last one standing without a chair. There will be tears shed today over DWAC and PHUN. Don't let it be you. All right, my chart's set up. I'm going to take it off the screen now. Hourly moving averages. I like to say in the room when I do live videos that the moving averages can act as our spirit guide. And of course, I'm just kind of being silly, but it's kind of true. As long as these candle closes are above the hourly 4-hour EMAs, and hourly moving averages, look at the hourly. We rested on that 50 MA like we talked about over here to watch that pullback to the 50 MA. As long as we're holding these moving averages, bulls are in full control. So I don't know if this is going to be a sideways day, which that would be a check for the bulls, or are we just going to charge forward at open? Of course, a double check for the bulls, or the bear's going to step in and get some meaningful consolidation. So your levels are 4532, 4527, resistance 3548, and then 354950 is your next resistance. So ES has not made a new all-time high. Dow did. My apologies. I said ES did. We are $1.50 away. So let's see if this double top sticks. And this gives bears a clear level to short. NASDAQ 154925. Again, we're much heavier in the NASDAQ, and this gives me even more conviction on a potential ES short up here on this double top, because odds favor a lower high on NASDAQ with this bounce. Again, I'm not doing anything until the market opens. I want to see what happens with volume. I think it's pretty cool that it held that 50 RSI right there. But I want to see what happens with volume, and I would be looking to short the NASDAQ or SPY at open, depending on how this resolves. So is Facebook going to bounce? Google and all these tech names, are they going to shake off that snap overhang, the black cloud overhang of snap? Are they going to snap out of it and bounce, or are we going to have a pullback and an equilibrium today? RTY. Trader Pro alerts are only for crypto now, right now, but it is something we've explored in the past, and it's not completely off the table for stocks in the future. Okay, so we just broke this 230450 on IWM by $1, and we're pulling back. YM, we got the new all-time high on the Dow. Let's see, 567. We got it by $26. So I don't think the Dow bulls are going to get much follow through on this bull break if NASDAQ tops out right here. RTY, I would still consider this a double top at this point, and ES is a double top. Are y'all seeing the trend now? The more I talk about it, the more I can see the puzzle coming together, that we could be at an area of pause. Not an area where bears take over necessarily, but an area where we may just pause. Bitcoin. Here are your Bitcoin levels. Is that a 4-hour bear flag? Looks like we bounced too much, probably a 6-hour. One second. This is not right. Okay, is that right? Yeah, we have, it could still be a bear flag. Let me see it, look at it on the 6-hour. Yep, potential bear flag on the 6-hour on Bitcoin. So caution there. We've had a great run. It's just been an amazing run. This could be a daily bull flag. Let's see what the bulls can do up here. But right now in the short term, it looks like there could be more incoming consolidation. This looks a little bit healthier and more constructive than Bitcoin. Your resistances on Ethereum, 4157, 4169, support 4041 and 4012. All right, DOT. Let's look at Trader Pro alerts. So Trader Pro alerts, let me get my Slack channel up and running over here. One second. So this is our Trader Pro alert channel, and I thought I would just walk you through this. DOT 4-hour inside bar bull break Trader Pro alert received at 10 a.m. on October 13th, and I walk everyone through how I traded it. I got the alert on my phone. I actually posted my alerts from my phone, which were kind of sloppy, but so DOT got the 4-hour inside bar bull break. I bought at 10:08. I got the alert at 10:07. It gave me just a second to look at the chart and see if it's a trade I want to take. I got in an average of 35.57. Here's what the alert looked like on my phone. Here, it came in at 10:08. I think it just kind of rounds up as far as the time. So 4-hour super stack alert telling me, hey, it's overbought on the 4-hour. And then I exited a couple hours later at an average of $41.16. So let's go look at that on the chart. So here, October 13th. Can you see this little yellow bar right there? That's an inside bar. I got the alert at 10:07, 10:08 here. And then we got a huge bull break. I looked at the chart. Why did I take that alert trade? Because we had a squeeze. We had RSI holding 50, lower bear volume on the sideways consolidation, and then that 8 EMA was turning up, and I took that trade for about a 20% gain. So that's how I use Trader Pro alerts. I wouldn't say I have a ton of alerts set. Here's my alerts. This is what it looks like. Well, maybe I do have a ton of alerts, but I turn it off at night. I pause it and say, hey, I don't want to get any alerts. I don't care what's happening while I'm sleeping. I'm not going to get up and change it. My stops are in place, but it's a pretty cool tool. So let's do a giveaway. You love Solano, me too. All right, let's do the giveaway for a year subscription to Trader Pro Alerts. Pull up your charts, folks. .USD on Coinbase, okay? I don't want any confusion at what I'm looking at, so I'm going to say it again. .USD on Coinbase. Pull up the right chart, because if you have .USDT on Binance, you're going to have the wrong number and then you're going to be sad. And I don't want you sad. It's Friday. It's a happy day. All right? So pull up. I'm going to give you a couple more seconds. Pull up .USD daily chart on Coinbase. So hit the D for daily, .USD Coinbase. Yes, it is a paid service. We'll give you the email once we ask the question, and we will verify that it's you. So please don't send in emails trying to get an annual subscription. All right, do you have the charts pulled up? Yes, put the answers in the chat window, please. Almond, I don't need to know that. That's too much information. All right, let's go. What was the closing price of .USD on October 2nd? October 2nd, closing price. .USD, October 2nd. What was the closing price? I just need the dollars and the first 2 pennies. I don't need the whole penny increments. Yes, Ralphio. Ralphio. Brett. Fred. Jorge. All right. Congratulations, guys. So we have an annual subscription winner, and then we have the first 3. And make sure you toggle your chat mods to live chat. Okay, can y'all drop the email address in? I will. All right, that's it for the giveaway. Now let's get on to commodities. Oh, gold's making a pretty big move here. We are testing the psychological 1801. This could be a big break for gold. Yesterday when we talked about it, we were talking about how a lower high was the most likely scenario. But the bulls are really turning it on with a squeeze, RSI lifting, EMA lifting. Now all they need is volume. So what happens when volume comes in is really key. The next resistance would be 1810. Solid move on gold. So 1801, 1810. And support 1791 and 1786. Oil. Oil got an hourly higher high. We're getting a little wick up here. On any pullback, we would just expect a higher low. We would just expect a higher low compared to 81.76 because we made such a big move. This is nice volume too for overnight trading. Pretty nice volume. So we have the Baker Hughes rig count at 10:30, I believe. Please, or 11 a.m. Please verify that time. If you're trading oil, sometimes we have no reaction, sometimes we get a reaction. So just know that and be sure to figure out when it's happening and manage your risk. Okay, Nat Gas had a big pullback yesterday on inventory. What was it yesterday? Yeah, right in here. Yeah, they had a pretty big bearish reaction and they're getting a great bounce out of it. I would keep this 5227 on my chart on a pullback. It could be an area to dip by. We have plenty of room for hourly higher low compared to 513. All right, DWAC. Here are your supports, your resistance 93.43. So here's what I'm looking for today. If you're a Chart Guys member, Dan did an awesome video. It's like 6.5 minutes long on how he will be trading DWAC today. I encourage you to go watch that if you're going to be trading this. Some of us can't get shorts on DWAC. They're difficult to locate. So I won't be shorting DWAC today. So that ties my hands a little bit. So the only thing I'm looking for is a stair step trade, meaning I'm looking for the pullback. Let me do this with the rectangles. I'm looking for this pullback, stair step trade, and I want a bunch of bars. 4 or 5 ain't gonna cut it. I want a bunch. So this is what I'm looking for on either the 2 or 5 minute, and then I will play the high of low bar break. So when it breaks the high of this low bar, and then I'll put my stop underneath the low. Does that make sense? Yeah, absolutely crazy. So this is my ideal trade setup, is a huge pullback, and then that first bar that breaks that 2 or 5 minute stair step, enter long and put my stop underneath, and then walk my stop up below the rectangles. Let me show you what I mean, the candles. So then I would just walk my stop up, constantly managing my risk. So DWACW are the warrants. And I did not know this. I found this out today, always learning that with warrants, they don't get halted when the underlying gets halted. So I will most likely be trading DWACW more than DWAC because I don't want to deal with halts. Now, halt volatility can really provide those ninja traders with great opportunities. I don't want to deal with it today. It's Friday. I've had a wonderful week, so I just want to kind of take it easy. So I will be watching DWACW, and I will also be looking for correlation. So this morning I took a trade long because this had broken out. The warrants had broken out bull at 5:45 my time. And this is what was happening here at 5:45. It had not yet broken bull. It broke bull at 5:55, so 10 minutes later. So I looked at the warrants and then I went and traded DWAC long because I got that canary approach where it gave me a heads up with the correlation. So that's how I'll be using these two charts together. If the warrants, for example, start pulling back and DWAC is not pulling back yet, then I will know to get out of any longs because there could be incoming consolidation. So careful with that. And then the other one today I'm watching, I have a position from overnight. I've sold 67% of it, so I still have a small position left. PHUN. So I'm just going to start over because we've had a lot of price action here. So here are your levels on PHUN. We have like 70 million. Actually, let me go look how many shares have been traded. 94 million shares. We'll be well over 100 million by the time the market opens. And the average volume, 12 million, no big deal. So we traded all of yesterday's volume in pre-market already. So this one should be nice and volatile. Ninjas only. And I jokingly say ninjas. And what I mean is scalpers with day trading capabilities. If day trading and scalping in, out, fast, watching level 2, watching time and sells, if that's not your forte, then you probably shouldn't be trading this because it, again, could end in a trail of tears. Let me go back up. AXP, American Express, they beat their all-time high. This could have some nice volatility. On this one, I would like a pullback and then do that high of low bar setup. And on that setup, I don't need 6 or 7 in a row. I don't need that stair step. I just need a pull down and just give me an opportunity to get in. So for me, I view this as like slowing down the car. Like this car is going. I can't jump in the car. I'm trying to get in the car. I can't. I'm going to get ran over. So I need it to slow down, pull back, pull back. Now open the door, let me get in. And then I put my seatbelt on, the stop loss. So that's how I view these little bitty pullbacks on these strong names, is you're just slowing down the car, giving me a chance to get in. Because otherwise, I'm not going to chase. There are some times where I will enter on a gap up open, long, but those are very few and far between because usually gap ups are for selling. Gap downs are for buying. Get a tattoo of that. It'll help. Yesterday's high, 179.79. Watch that level on a pullback. So this is a Queen of the Mountain setup. Bros, Queen of the Mountain setup. And I know y'all like for me to say Queen of the Mountain. I don't say it every time, but again, if it's on my list, it's a quality setup that I deem worthy of being on the list after hours of searching charts. So if it's over here, it's something I'm watching. Bros, bro, this chart, I love this company. I live in the Northwest, and a lot of people love Dutch Bros. They have a cult following. It has an hourly EQ. It has an hourly squeeze. It's skirting the 50 RSI. This could be powerful today, to the upside or to the downside. I think it's positioned for the upside because anytime we have a tightening range, typically if you trade it in the direction of the preceding trend, you'll have a higher success rate. Let me say that again. So if we have a tightening range, I usually position myself within that range to match the preceding trend, meaning bullish. Now, if the market is bearish, I don't always do that. But bros, it's a newer IPO and it's not heavily weighted in ETFs. It can be a money badger and do its own thing. Coop, flew to Coop. Daily inside bar, hourly squeeze. Here's the hourly squeeze. We're skirting the 50 MA, the 50 RSI. So for this, I would be positioning myself long. But if NASDAQ is heavy today, this won't work. So you would probably want to play this to the downside if the market is bearish. Do you see the difference? So bros, I would only be playing long, and I don't necessarily need market cooperation. Coop, daily inside bar, I have a bullish bias, but I'm going to stick with the market direction as to how I would play an inside bar break. Hope that makes sense. Facebook. I bought Facebook yesterday on this dip. I thought it was pretty over-exaggerated, this 8% move down. It's only down 4% now, but it got slammed 8% in one candle. You give me those trades and I will take them long every day because Facebook hasn't done anything wrong. It was Snap earnings. So I think it was just overdone. I've taken profit on half this morning. Your 0.382 is at 326.07. Your next support is down at 324.75 and 324. Resistance 331. Earnings next week. I think this is a beautiful setup. Facebook long is my Queen of the Mountain today. You see it's up here. I will be looking to buy options at open right now. I just have commons, a partial commons position left, and I would love a further pullback to buy. Further or farther? Farther is distance, probably farther. Either way, I want to pull back to buy. Intel got slammed on earnings. This should have some nice volatility today. I was looking at this chart. I was actually looking at this chart from my dad's dividend account because this has such a big range of support. Look how much time it is spent in the $50 range. Look at this. It's like as far back as I look, it had a 5 in front of it, in front of the price. So it has a great dividend. 35 cents, 4 times a year. That's a pretty healthy dividend. So I actually am looking to buy this dip, but I may not do it today. I don't like to add any swings on Fridays. I can't stand that. So I may wait till Monday and let this bearish overhang shake off. But for you ninjas, this has some nice volatility. Here, here. So below $50. I went over here to get you support and I didn't get it. Below 50, 49.12 and then 45.24. PHUN. This name is fun. Resistance 639, 739. Support. That doesn't look placed correctly. Why is my magnet not working? Oh, I don't have it on, that's why. Right there, 522. Sorry guys, I didn't realize my magnet was not on earlier. Okay, those are your levels. 637, 735 support, 522, 486. I would love to get this. I have a little bit left, but I would love to get this on a pullback. And I would need a stair step, not just a high of low bar. PayPal, all right, PayPal's getting punished. It's getting smashed due to potential pins deal. If deal is taken off the table, you could see a pop. News is getting priced in at this point. So it has taken a huge dip, 11% hit, for announcing that they're looking at a possible buyout of pins. So when you buy another company, it requires a capital outlay. So then they get punished. But what if that deal gets taken off the table? Then they were punished unjustly. So, and even if it's not taken off the table, okay, 11% hit. Is that enough to price in this buyout of pins? So watch PayPal. I like PayPal to the long side. 24560 resistance, then 24721 support, 24116 snap. Oh gosh. Hey mods, can y'all take care of this crazy person that's in the room? Thank you. Let me put this user in timeout. Okay, I think I got him taken care of. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. Snap got hit, earnings. $58.50 is your support, resistance $60.38 and $61.20. I'm gonna have to break up with my magnet today. Below $58.50, $58.20, and $57.10. Tilray? Thanks, Brett. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, Tilray, I'm looking to Top Fish. Top Fish, $11.97, or yesterday's high, $12.16. This is actually Dan brought this trade to the marijuana channel, and I liked it. So I will only want to Top Fish on a bounce. Do y'all see a trend here? I want it to bounce as high as possible, close to $12 or $12.16, so I can get in for a potential short. I'm not going to short in the hole. I'm not saying it's oversold, but I want more meat on the bone. This is like getting a chicken bone and almost all of it's eaten. I want more meat on the bone, so I need it to push up so I can short it. Oh, no problem, Judd. No problem. Tesla. So Tesla, $900.40 is the all-time high. To me, the most obvious trade is that it's going to tag it. I tell y'all every morning, self-fulfilling prophecy. What have I been telling y'all on Tesla, on Bitcoin, on Ethereum? Self-fulfilling prophecy. It acts as a magnet when you get that close. However, it just seems like it's so obvious, and all the people have, so many people, thousands, have loaded the $900 calls for today. And so they want to cause the most amount of pain. Speaking of pain, let me look up something. Max pain. $850. Okay, so they're not going to get what they want. So it seems as though max pain would be $850, but I know that they're pretty loaded in $900 calls. So keeping Tesla away from 900 would cause people a lot of option pain. So your support in pre-market 89522, 88805, resistance 89970, 900. I like Tesla to the long side. So in crypto world, if you were trained by Dan the Man, you know one of his tricks were $940 right here. He, in crypto world, when we had this obvious Mars level and we'd have all these sellers just stacked there waiting to short, and once you get through that overhead supply, you get this nice pop. So he would put his stop buy order at $900 and let's say 70 cents to make sure it's through it with a little bit more decision. So he would put a stop buy over that for a pop. I think that could be a great trade today. If we get over, let's say 901, I think we could see a little bit of a pop that is scalpable. Beautiful chart. That's just gorgeous. Weekly squeezes, don't ignore them. WE. Okay, so WeWorks, they had their IPO today, and CNBC said it was overshadowed by crypto. I don't think it was overshadowed by crypto. I think it was overshadowed by DWAC. However, here are your levels. If it comes back to $12, that could be a buying opportunity. Nice volatility. IPOs, you don't have a lot of price history, so the best thing that you can do is it's just for the ninjas only, and use yesterday's levels and just walk your stops up. Be very disciplined with newer IPOs because they can really leave a mark. All right. Oh, Sincere Almond, isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Okay, AMD, a few requests, and then we will jump over to the room to see Dan, is it Dan? Not Dan, Jason or Lamont live. I was looking at AMD this morning because of Intel. Intel got whacked, but I swear these semis, they don't care what Intel does. Every time Intel gets whacked, it seems like AMD and NVDA go higher. This chart looks good. It's a little bit extended. Hourly RSI is at 77, and NVIDIA is close to making a new all-time high again, kind of like that self-fulfilling prophecy. I like NVIDIA to the long side better than AMD because of the proximity to all-time high, and it got an upgrade. Google and CMG, and then I'm done. Is it really going to do it, Tammy? They had earnings. We got that out the way. I didn't see a lot of downgrades or any downgrades actually this morning. I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I didn't see it. I'd wait for a tightening range, Tammy. We need an EQ. We need a setup to get in for that potential monthly bull flag. But now the earnings are out of the way, this one becomes even more in focus. One more. Google got hit. Here are your levels for shorter term time frame. Now let me zoom out and see what's going on. On the daily, this could be, let's see, where is price now? 27. One second. It still could be a bull flag on the daily. It needs to hold 2776. This could be a buying opportunity on Google as well. They have earnings. Huge buying opportunity. Google and Facebook I like to the long side today, especially if they pull back at open. But either way, just back up and let the market do its thing. Don't force your will on the market. Thank you for joining me for the pregame show. If you're your first time here, thank you. And I hope to see you next week. Do good things. Use stop losses.